Let's see if I can find this. Pin post. Good evening to you all. Alright, so Hills numerology for tomorrow. Again, we are in February. My word for this month is do not leap past your manifestations. That's what this whole year is about, but this whole month is going to kind of show you. Two, in the sense of my level of numerology, two is always going to show you what you're connected to. What you're connected to can either, show you where things are going good or where shit is going through cycles of stagnation or it's got you going backwards. But in looking at where I'm connected to, speaking personally, I always have to take accountability for why I'm the one that's attached. You can be connected to a lot of shit, but if it ain't, connected to you on the same level, or if it's not a fruitful connection, the right of refusal or the right of change is always upon you. So wholeness to you all. Good evening. I hope everybody having a beautiful day. Beautiful start to the month. Tomorrow only gets better. Tomorrow only gets better when you instituting the change. So Hills numerology for 2/2/2024. If you look at 2/2, the first thing that comes to my head, it's the 22, the Master Builder 22. I told you it's a sacred number. 22 is about your choice. A lot of people don't understand. For me, it's where I always say there is no spiritual journey. If 22 is where you're building, I'm already who I am. I'm not building me. I'm unraveling the shit that's been lying to me. Spoken as a contrarian, as a Heyoka, a sacred clown, I'm not building shit. I'm tearing down all this shit that I've been eating over these eons of perception past this existence. I'm looking at all the stuff that I've been programmed into, all the stuff that I've done to myself, and I'm unraveling it. It ain't got nothing to do with me no more. And the programmings that help keep a safe me in function, namaste. It's probably what I allowed myself to go through for that period, but once I get to the point to where that no longer works for me, I got to stop working for it. A lot of y'all need to learn that. 22, tomorrow is going to be about your choices. So you're either going to choose manifestation or you're going to choose to stay in manipulation. You'll know because you're going to let your life tell your tale. The fruits of thy labors will show who you're working for. 2/2/2024. Knowing the reflection doesn't guarantee that you'll ever meet the source. The source of the manifestation or the manipulation. What's going on, Gemini? That's where you at, Niche? It's a beautiful place. It really is. So 2/2/2024, knowing the reflection, the stuff that I'm connected to, the stuff that I keep on seeing, that's your reflections. The stuff that I keep on seeing. If I keep making bad choices, the reflection component is I'm going to keep on seeing bad results. You understand that? So seeing the reflection of a bunch of stuff that you no longer want to see, a bunch of turmoil, a bunch of strife, a bunch of war, a bunch of famine, a bunch of poverty, a bunch of liars, a bunch of pedophiles, a bunch of sickos, a bunch of immoral people who think it's their right to be immoral because immorality is the new thing, even though it ain't new. You understand what I'm saying? So if the reflection of everything I see is not what I want to see, I got to start making choices. It ain't that I can change it, but I can change how much it affects me, and I can change how much I get incorporated into it. So, 2/2/2024. Knowing the reflection does not guarantee that you'll ever meet the source of the manifestation or the manipulation. And that's a little loaded, so we'll see. Trying to find stability. Trying to find stability. This is the element of earth. This is everything that I believe in. This is everything I believe in is either going to keep me grounded, everything flowing fine, or it's going to keep me grounded as in I don't have any power. Think about that. If I'm telling you all you're doing is paying attention to the reflection and you can't do nothing to change it, you don't have no power. You don't have no power even when you lie to yourself and say that I'm going to get together with 10,000 other people to try and make a change. If you don't know what stole your power and all you're doing is to fight what ain't giving you power, something else will take its place. For years is what I said when people were on this mindset that, and people still are on this mindset, but it was a little bit more intense a few years ago, where people was like, something's going to come and they're going to take over this planet. And it's not necessarily an alien theory or anything like that, but it was like, something's going to come and it's going to change and it's going to get rid of all the bad people and then it's going to take over. If you don't know who it is when it comes to take over, it might just be taking what you want to get rid of place. You just switch plantations. You're still a slave. So you just trying to find stability, that 2, the connection, 9, what's going to show me a higher vibration. The question is, did you check your own? See, you want everything else to be better, but are you being better for yourself? Are you being a better reflection for the shit that you want to see? Or are you just reflecting on what no longer wants to be shown? 2 + 9, 11, the illusion of separation. I'm looking at what's wrong, but I ain't took no accountability for what, holy shit, is just a reflection of me. I didn't do anything to stop this, so when it happens, I'm part of the fucking situation. A lot of people won't get that. So stability, in my word process, stability is just stopability. You stopped your ability to ground yourself by trying to ground something else out. But again, like I said in this right here, you only paying attention to the reflection. You didn't see the source. You didn't see the source. Hate to use this as an example, but I hear somebody like, what's he talk about? So let me help you. If somebody sends a hitman after you, and all you do is take out the hitman, any good old classic music, any old classic movie, who did this? Who sent you? And the hitman don't tell you, you're still in danger. That might make sense to you. Just because you took out who is in your face, if you don't know who sent them, you're still in danger because something else will just come and take its place. So 2024, you need to start getting to the root of your traumas. You need to start getting to the root of the stuff that you think is going wrong or the people that you think is doing wrong. You got to figure out where the source is at behind them. Next line. This will be short today because numbers have really stacked up. These 2s are intense. 22224. If you look at 2024, you have 4 2s in the number 4. Anytime you get 4 numbers in a row, it is an infestation to where that number is a stuck programming. It is the same thing on an old typewriter to where you hit H and it won't stop hitting the paper. It won't stop exposing itself. 2 exposes itself because 2 is a system of knowledge. 2 is the reflection. Take this with you if you don't take nothing else I say. The reflection is never greater than the source of the light. The reflection is never greater than the source. So this 22224, where you are only infested with the reflections because that's all you know, it's because it's done its job. If something is designed to keep you stupid, and then everything around you is a reflection of that shit designed to keep you stupid, but the only thing you know is that I'm now smart where I've been left stupid. Stupid. You're reflected on the trap. You learned the trap. You mastered the trap. Mastering the trap does not set you free. So 2222, you are stuck on what you're connected in. You're stuck in some levels of system of knowledge. And this ain't always, I studied the occult, or I'm a master mason, or I know the Bible backwards and forwards. That's y'all lower level shit that y'all need to learn to wake the fuck up out of. That's what I call the God box. You need to learn to get out of that. But you infested by what's already got you dumbed down, and that's the only shit you know. You screwed. Can't nobody talk to you about 4. That 2222, you infested with knowledge, you can't even figure out the 4. What's the 4? The trap. The shit that's got me boxed in. That shit that stole my power. Remember, if you know anything about energy, a circle flows freely, but a square is under limitations. So they took your circle, so they put you in school and they take your circle when they leave you with a box. They take your 0, your infinite power, and they square you into a trap. Fragmentation. So you don't understand that you're infested with knowledge and too many points of reflection within that system of knowledge. It only leaves you with fragmentation because each point of reflection, think about the sun, each point of reflection off of the sun is just one point of the sun, but not the sun's totality. Your life is the same way. Each thing you reflect on is only a reflection of that choice. It is not the summation of the chooser. So 2, you are infested with knowledge, too many points of reflection, aka fragmentation, and that in itself becomes the trap. Because the only thing you're trying to learn is, well, again, what already got you in reduction. You only trying to learn how what's already got you in reduction, that shit that's burning you, the devil card, and you just want it to help you. Holy shit, but what's 1? My potential. What's 5? The shit that's got me moved. What's got me moved? Everything designed to make you lose yourself. The fragmentation itself. So if I'm only letting what's designed to get me moved, let it make me move, I've already done its work for me. It's no longer responsible, but I probably won't be accountable. Why? Because you think you know that there's something else that's got to be behind door number 2. You ain't even took the time to open up door number 1 yet. You skipping shit. Holy shit. Don't leap past your manifestations. Don't leap past the manifestations that showed you, well, goddamn, man, I got some shit going on in me. I keep manifesting shit that I don't want to see because I keep attaching to things I think I know. And some of that shit that I know is only attached to traumas. So if I'm pulling from tainted, bad, negative, nasty ass, traumatic ass energy, but I want to produce a positive effect, you can keep on investing in alchemy if you want to. The only thing that's getting alchemized is you. Why? Because that shit that was leading you, that lead that you wanted to change, already got all your gold. And that was the goal. Give me your energy and I might show you something different, even when you ain't smart enough to see. Because the only thing different is you. You just lie to yourself about what got changed. Alchemy, sorry. Next line, 444, alchemy. Trapped in the trap, but begging for a balanced account, which you'll hear me call the Akashic lie. The Akashic lie, from my perspective and my experience, is the ideology that you can go through, holy shit, the fragments to find yourself. You can go through the fragments to find you. If you go through anything, what was already there? If you go through anything, what was already there? You. The only thing that you're going to do is find you with the result of an experience that you chose. And even the event that you got thrown into a field of experience that you did not choose, as I say every day, the next step is yours. You can stay, you can die, you can cry, or you can get the fuck up and live. So you can stay trapped in the trap and begging for balanced accounts. You ain't doing nothing but lying to yourself. It's a 4. 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. Death. Holy shit. Death. Why? Because I hung on to transmutation, alchemy. I hung on to the idea that I can change this. See, go back and heal your inner child. Young you is waiting for old you to go visit it so they can become... Nah, that's a lie. Young you is lying. Young you is waiting on older you to come back and visit it so you can heal and go back to being older you. You, big dummy. You big dummy. That shit led you. And you had a goal. But holy shit, like a leprechaun, where's me gold? It got all your energy. That ideology that you can conduct these fantastic experiments that people tell you that you have to do as the course of healing. Who the fuck told you that shit? Who told you that you had to go reclaim time that has already expired? I'm going to, Ouroboros myself, reclaim time that has already expired. What do you mean expired? I already shitted that stuff out. So holy shit, what am I reclaiming? Shit. But I'm going to hold on to that shit. And it's drowning me. It's drowning me. 1 plus 3, 4. You're already in a trap. 1, alchemy. 3, you thought. You thought you was alchemizing something. You thought you was transmuting the experience, the reflections, but all you was doing was transmuting the source. Next line, 12. Your whole life is a ritual. 12, the hangman. 12, the number of discipline. 12, you got to have the 12 disciples so that you can learn to function as the 13. Whatever. The ritual is getting you hung up. Getting you hung up on sacrificing your energy in order to gain the experience. By empowering the thoughts that's going to help create that experience. And in empowering the thought to create the experience just because you want to find you in the experience, guess what got lost? You get lost. Loss of awareness as the thinker that helped create that thought, aka source. But you fall prey to martyrdom. You beyond sacrifice. You just out here in a rebellion and ain't got nobody to back you up. You just out here starting shit and couldn't even back it up. So you got martyred. So, bad cause. So you become the martyr to the consequences of your own choices because you keep sacrificing and choosing something other than yourself. Holy sheep shit. Life imitates art. November, is it here yet? Have the sheep gotten in line again yet? Yes. Yes. Why? Because they're willing sacrifices to a system that demands martyrdom. But they like being enslaved. So here comes some justifications. Shh. Them justifications you played in your head. Shh. Save yourself. That's what this reading about. Stop leaping past your manifestations. Why? Because you too deep under manipulation. Side note. For my people. My melanated people. You ever notice how around these election times, it's only us and underserved and underprivileged people who are out here campaigning for the same system that's responsible for tearing you apart? But to be fair, they didn't tear you apart. You just didn't hold yourself together. But still, every time around this time, Stephen Fetcher, Sally Coon, all the rest of them come out and it's been the best 4 years of our lives. Every time. They come out and campaign for the same shit that never show up for us and then get mad when everybody else want to show out. That's called an overseer. When the system no longer has to keep you on the plantation because there's already somebody who's happy being a slave. I'll throw people under the bus. Ricky Smiley, that shit gonna go on all day long on his damn radio show. This year's the year we gotta get him. He gonna have Massa Biden on there, or Mammy Kamala will be on there. You understand what I'm saying? Because we support the Democrats that don't support us. Them radio station, any radio station that is geared towards quote unquote black people, all day long. Sell your soul radio commercials. This is the most important vote election of our lifetime. Blah, 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 blah. Because they helped us get 13 million jobs. Yeah, we can't afford groceries and blah, 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 blah. It's more important that you vote in a system to where your vote is only popular and not the one to make the choice, but we need you to believe that you're the one that made the Kool-Aid sweet. Because that's all this shit is. If you don't understand the electoral process by now, you're lost. But all it is you putting that last little half a cup of sugar in the Kool-Aid and you get to stir it. But you ain't making no fucking choices. But you part of the ritual though. You part of the ritual. We're all part of the ritual. Those of us who don't support the system but don't have enough we don't have enough to actually conduct a change, no matter how much awareness or how much disdain you may have for it, your words are going to fall on deaf ears. Our words fall on deaf ears because you're dealing with too many programmed people. So you can't change the system by getting out of the ritual yourself when the ritual is what has everybody else hung up. It's the same thing that you hear me say about this is spiritual AIDS. This is an autoimmune disease. The human consciousness, the collective consciousness in period, is a autoimmune disease because it's told itself that it's safer to separate than hold itself together, and that becomes a prominent cell operation, but not all cells buy the program. So those white blood cells, red blood cells, they say, hey, wait a minute, you guys are the sickness. Here, think differently. The sickness is now the prominent form or force in the AIDS-ridden body. So that's why insanity becomes sane and sanity becomes crazy. That's how, I mean, and that's played out through history. It's playing out more prominent now because we're dumbed down extra deep because technology is ruling out common sense. There is no critical thinking. There is no thought processing because you've already been thought stroked and formed into the AI. That's your transhumanism effect. So 12, you caught in a ritual. The ritual is getting you hung up on sacrificing your energy in order to gain an experience by empowering the thoughts that get created. Loss of awareness as a thinker, aka the source, and martyrdom to the consequences of the choices as a collective yet disconnected, fragmented consciousness. Think that over slowly. Hi, I want to have a relationship with. I want you to have a relationship with me, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, I got 92 personalities, and sometimes 91 of them went out. 95% of y'all be like, no, thank you. No, thank you. It's good that you know your issues, but you letting your issues issue you. Your issues running the show. Instead of, hey, I got some shit that I need to work on. Me having a conversation with myself. So before I get out here and share my energy in somebody else, let me get to work on me first so that the reflection of everything that's tearing me apart is not the only thing I see. Why? Because I have to be the source of holding me together. How am I going to hold me together? I'm going to figure out what's tearing me apart, what stimuli is coming from my environment, and if that stimuli is coming from my environment, is it only a reflection of what's already internally coming from me? Source. All things flow from the source. So what you're seeing out here is only a reflection of what you might not be paying attention to in here, or as the results and consequences of what you paid attention to out there, and now you've lost your energy. 1, 2. Your potential is all you see. Your 1, 2 will become your ritual. But your 1, 2 will get you knocked out. So the ritual is getting you hung up. The hangman. Hung up where? On what I paid attention to. Hung up where? On my thoughts. Oops. My thoughts take over the 2. 1, 2. But what was in front of the 2? The 3. That 3 comes before the 2. That thought is going to tell you what to connect to. But how else do you do it? You have no chance of doing it here. As long as you buy the mental perception of being enslaved to the thought, you have no chance of doing it here. It's a fucking conundrum. How do you stop thinking? Think. You just have to learn to disengage from the ideology of the value, the reasoning process for why you're going to keep telling yourself all this shit matters more than unraveling me. Getting me out of the connectivity of all the shit that wants to keep pulling me apart. My thoughts keep on telling me what I need to know. My thoughts keep on telling me what I need to see. Well, goddamn, am I grown or not? My thoughts sound like my motherfucking mommy or daddy. But I thought the thoughts came from a thinker. So if that motherfucker is my mommy and daddy, who the hell am I? See, these are questions you should ask yourself when you're ready to do source work. Not shadow work. Where's my inner child? You ain't even touched your light yet because you're too busy focusing on your darkness. 12, you caught in the ritual. 3 + 2, 5. The thoughts, that divine empress, then already told you what you need to connect to. 2, the high priestess. I have a higher connection to what's greater than me. Holy sheep shit. How'd it get greater than you? I don't know. I just got taught that way. Have you done any work to verify this? No need to, because I know my stellium and my quadrants. Or my life path. Or I read it in a book. The reasons we still here. Because you hung up on your thoughts. Your thoughts tell you everything you need to see. Why? 1 + 2 leave you with 3. Your thoughts. the Empress, if you want to apply tarot, the goddess. I keep telling y'all, a smart goddess sits behind the throne and runs the show. In your current day thinking, that'll probably offend some of y'all because y'all got this fake, dumb, false-ass ideology of independence and gender roles or whatever. Kiss my ass for that shit. But in a real situation, one without all this drama and strife that y'all can't put down, if this is a kingdom and there's an actual king and a queen in there, if that queen is supposed to be the most valuable player, because if you got a real fucking king, that should be a truth. I have to protect my goddess. I have to protect my goddess by making sure I'm in the best position to do the fucking job. Which means I gotta do what? Take care of me first. Because if I'm taking care of me, then that puts her in a better position to take care of me too as she's taking care of herself. Holy shit. It ain't even balance. That's fucking oneness. So in that ideology of me making sure I'm on my shit so she stay on her shit, she ain't got to do it but sit back and lay. You do what you want to do, baby. I got this today. You want to do that? Cool. I'm not going to get in your way. But you know what? When it comes time to make sure shit is done, I play my role. Your thoughts are only telling you to do things. Your thoughts telling you, hi, I'm the Empress. Protect me. How do you protect me? Protect yourself. That's what the thought is saying. The 3, if you're new to me, in my number system, 34 is God. The thought that creates what you see. So if that 3, that Empress, is sitting behind me telling me to protect me, then the first thing I need to pay attention to is what I see. Not what I got taught, not what I believe, what I got faith in, what mommy and daddy beaten to me, or what got beaten into my DNA ancestrally that I can't fucking let go of. Oops. But to be fair, or what you beat into yourself as a converse to what got beaten into your DNA ancestrally, and you just want to find a counterpart. You just want balance by carrying the infection into something else that's less infectious. But holy shit, not only is it infected and is that going to be affected, you the infection too. But you can't tell me that. I know my life. 3, if you don't know what you're thinking, you're really just a damn summation of the thoughts. If you don't know what you're thinking, you're already outsourced to what the thoughts tell you. So, like I was saying, the goddess sits behind the throne and she runs the show. Your thoughts are that God is in this realm. AKA, for years I told you this is the thoughts and manifestation. You think a thought and then you work your energy into manifesting. Holy shit, 2024, the year of manifestation. What am I manifesting? What I'm thinking about. Holy shit, what should I be paying attention to? What I'm thinking about. But what I've been told to do, manifest what you're thinking about. See the trap? If you haven't taken any accountability or awareness of what them thoughts are and where they're coming from and the validity of them and how much energy is needed to be fed into them, you're just going to keep on manifesting shit. What do you call that? Manipulation. Why? Because the thoughts have already told you every reason why you need to keep seeing them more than you see yourself. So without all this higher level source work shit that I work on, for you humans stuck on your basic level shit, if you don't pay attention to where your thoughts is going this year, you're going to keep on manifesting the same shit you keep seeing. What am I seeing? A bunch of messy, petty ass, baby shit on the fucking internet. A bunch of messy ass, baby, petty shit in your government. A bunch of messy ass, petty shit on the news. So holy shit, what the fuck I'm going to keep on manifesting? Love and hip hop. Your whole planet is going to be love and hip hop. Or what's that other station? Zeus. Holy shit, that'd be a coincidence. Because in some fucking, the Hellenistics, Zeus was the primary god. Maybe art imitates life like I keep telling you. Maybe they named that network Zeus because it's full of so much dead ass energy. That is what keep giving you people life. It's your ruler. Degradation. That's your fucking ruler. We can't manifest. Why? Because you keep giving your energy into degraded and dead ass fucking sources. Oops. So 3 done already told you all you want to do is keep working for the thoughts, and that's what you're going to keep on manifesting. The thought becomes the primary basis for all communications between the separated source, that one whole being that's at the root of it, now playing itself as a collective consciousness. That's what I call cosmic psychosis, cosmic schizophrenia. If I'm one person, like the example I gave a little few minutes ago, if I'm one person but I got 95 personalities and I work with all 95 personalities, grippy socks. And that is no disrespect to people who have multiple personality disorders and things like that. You can be mad at me all fucking day long. There are ways to get out of them if you want to do the fucking work. So 3, the Empress sits back and tells you how to communicate by telling you what to create. Told you 34 is God, the Queen of Air. That thought already told you what to create. There it is. But holy shit, what's 3 plus 4? 7. It's who I am. Holy shit, what was 2023? 7. See, I went through a lot of self-awareness last year, and people tested me and people tried me, and I made a better decision on how I'm going to be based off of the traumas that I went through. Sir, ma'am, that means that you got rid of the trash outside, but you ain't done shit to fix what's on the inside, because you was never safe on the inside to realize that the trash on the outside was only the results of the trash in you. Holy shit, law of attraction. God, y'all get me. So many laws that y'all buy into and don't know the fucking meaning of them, except for what you got taught or what makes your ego feel good. But still listening to Mary J. Blige at night. I'm not gonna cry. But I'm sorry, the moon did it, or your transits did it, or there's a conjunct, or there's a trine, or your stellium, or your 13th house, or I'm a life path 9. Or it's what you gotta go through, baby, because that's how you get to God. That shit you keep filling your mind with, that's your ruler. That's your 3. Them thoughts you keep filling your mind with is the only thing you can pay attention to. Why? Because them motherfuckers hungry. They're called parasites. Thoughts are parasites. A thought that means to pull you apart is already parasitic in nature. Sorry. That should be common sense. I could go deeper, but that'll confuse some of you. But at the end of the day, when you get deep down into it and start understanding the thought process of everything, and I'm not saying I have that shit mastered, but I got a good handle on it, everything's fucking parasitic. Anything that requires a level of thought that already promotes separation, is already counter to your wholeness. Anything that promotes separation is already counter to your wholeness, therefore it's already a parasite. But you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. If you can't start to unravel the things that are pulling you apart in huge fashions, you'll never slow down enough to see how to get rid of all of them. And that's just real talk. So that 3 then already told you, hi, I'm your God. Give me your power and I'll show you what you want to see. Holy shit. Realistically, that's a form of a Djinn. It's kind of close to a Djinn. And in my cards, 33 is the Djinn. So that makes sense to me. Remember I told you what's hiding behind the throne? What's hiding behind the throne is what's got all the power. I'm not gonna chase that rabbit hole. That'll fuck some of you up. But holy shit. It's hiding. That 33 should have came before 34. But the 32 did show up. Remember I keep telling you 33 is a programming flaw in this realm. That's why the number 3, it has such a amount of power when you're dealing with 333. I keep waking up, the spiritual awakening, or 33, the Kundalini, or the 33 degrees of masonry, or the 33 vertebrae in your spine. You understand? They're thought processes of you and separation. You can keep seeing the answer, but if you don't know what you're looking at, you're not going to get it. You won't understand it. You won't understand it because you can't transmute it, because holy shit, that 3 done already transmuted you. Why? You're your own devil. You gave your thoughts your power. Sorry, I'm hungry, but I don't have no money. I think I'm going to go to the store and just take some food. Holy shit, that's not a good thought. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, but I'm hungry. So I think I'm going to follow that thought up. Now you're in jail. Who's responsible? Was it the thought? Or was it the motherfucker experiencing the thoughts? See, I ain't going to give you the rights of a thinker. Was it the motherfucker responding to the thoughts? Or was it the thought? Who's responsible? Some of you can't authentically answer that because you already your own devil. You just want stability, man. Them thoughts loud in my head and I couldn't stop. Holy shit, I was watching that shit last night on fucking Criminal Minds. Motherfucker didn't want to be a murderer. He just couldn't get out of the traumas in his head where he was abused. So every time he get around something, he had to commit a crime in order to quiet the thoughts in his head. Cosmic psychosis. The responder, the reactor. Break that word down. Reactor. The act is already been played out in the head. You react it by playing it out as an experience. The thought already said, I'm going to show you what's going to happen in your head. But you don't get the rights of the level of awareness to already see it. Kind of like the Neo effect. You don't know how to slow down enough to see it before it gets to you. So you respawn. You respond to what the thought has already given you as an option, and then you produce the experience. Your life plays out the same way. I see somebody I like. I'm either going to follow up on that thought, react, respond, or I'm going to understand that thought was nice, but it's not for me. Release. Let it go. Even release is a spell. You have to be careful with the word release. Release, if you're dealing with a car, means to sign the contract again. Words are spells. But to deal with words with spells, my level, my experience, my awareness, mine. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. My level of awareness, my level of experience is the word can be a spell, but the spell is only as powerful as what the thinker authorizes. If you give it so much fear that, holy shit, I can't say good morning because we ain't dead around here. Yeah. If you don't know how to stop filling your mind full of all of that mess that's ruling over you because it's the only thing you know, you're going to forever be caught in that damn lie called alchemy trying to transmute shit. But the only thing you're transmuting is that shit that you help take away your stability. Oops. Forwards and backwards. So again, 2/2/2024. The only thing I can tell you before I get off of here is that 22, that master builder, the only thing I should be building is me without all of the stuff that no longer belongs in my kingdom. It's a fire sale. Keep telling you I get out of Phoenix cycles. It's a fire sale. It's spring cleaning because holy shit, the winter said get rid of everything that you don't want to grow because the spring is coming. The vernal equinox, the end of March. So before the end of March gets here, I need to make sure I'm throwing up nothing that I want to see. Let it all go. Here's my thing that I used to teach when I was a little bit more active as far as doing readings and counseling and shit like that. I would always tell them, let everything go. Even if you got to write it down on paper. Let everything go. All the stuff you think, my mama don't love me no more, or my daddy won't let me stay unless I go to church. Write all that shit down. I can't stop my sexuality. Write all that shit down. And see which parts of that shit you wrote down keep hopping back at you. Which parts disappear. And then here's the good one. Which parts you keep reaching for. Holy shit, I am my own fuckery. Because I keep reaching for it, which means, holy shit, there was something else that I couldn't write down on the paper because I ain't got that deep yet. I haven't gotten to my core. I haven't met my 88s. I'm just dealing with the surface shadow shit that keep fucking me over day to day. So you understand that? If you're going to do a real let it go process, write that shit down. If you stressed and you all tired and everything pulling you apart and ain't nothing working, stop working for it. Write all that shit down and figure out your fucking choices. The minute you let that word but come out of your mouth, prepare to be an ass. The minute you say but and make a justification because I can't do nothing different and the last time I tried it didn't work, you love your pain. You love your situation. And that can come off as cold and harsh. I don't give a shit. Let your life tell your tale. I'm letting mine do mine. I won't pat you on your ass and tell you it's okay, baby. You don't get that here. Hi, Heyoka. Look it up. We don't do that. No. We don't do that over here. So if you ready to do some work, do some fucking work. If you want to be patted on the butt and handheld and I need you to nurture me because I'm a work in process, stay right the fuck where you at. Nurturing your motherfucking pain. Why? Because the only thing you want is stability. The only thing you want is stability. You don't want to do no transmutation. You still want to hold on to something. But that stuff I'm holding on to is what's killing me. Why? Because I got a reasoning for why it's still filling my mind. As I was saying, choose you. Tomorrow, 22. The Master Builder. There is nothing to build, but there is plenty of shit for me to tear down. My tower. I need to tear down all the shit in the tower. The only thing in your tower don't need to be in there is thoughts that are only representative of trauma. And remember, I keep telling you, traumas are double-ended, so be careful with that. But if you're not ready to get rid of all of your traumatic experiences, you better get rid of the ones that bring you detriment. I have a saying for that too. Make memories worth remembering, or keep living nightmares that you want to fucking forget. If you're going to let some shit go, get rid of the nightmares and then figure out whether the memories that you're nurturing are worth nurturing at all. This is you on your own journey. There is no journey. I'm already me. Going on a journey to find me means I'm going to get lost twice. Because you didn't see yourself as enough. You didn't see yourself as enough. Holy shit. 1, the potential. 7, me. The potential is in where I find myself. You're right. Because the potential is always in you. But if you don't know who you are, you will only become the summation of what you get defined by. And if you live in a realm, if you keep living in a realm that you manifested where scarcity is the way, even though the plentifulness is already shown, you believe more in the scarcity more than the plentifulness to being shown. You believe in the scarcity that they tell you and put you under condition for by your own contract versus the plentifulness that is being shown. Holy shit. It's 900 of them, but it's only 438 of them. It's 900 million of us, but it's only 438 of them. But you know what? They got the power. Where they get it from? You. But ass. Shh. You didn't see yourself as enough. So holy shit. They keep you in struggle. 1 + 7, 8. They keep you in struggle. Why? Because you shitting on yourself. You shitting on yourself. We are at a point to where we are past fairy tales, allegories and allegations, lies, fallacies, falsehoods, and straight up bullshit. We are in the age of show and motherfucking prove. If you can't put your money where your mouth is, get the fuck off the goddamn table. But y'all ain't ready for that shit though. Y'all ain't ready to fuck around and find out. You still don't know who you are. You just want that shit that pulled you apart to learn how to hold you together. You want what pulled you apart to learn how to hold you together. When its whole fucking job was to govern your separation. Ouch. Make it make sense. Really. Wholeness. Make it make sense.